This is a super fun and simple DIY that anybody can do. It's a milk bottle plant shelf. You're gonna start with a 1x8 board. Depending on the size of your milk bottle is how long you will cut the length. Mine is about 10 inches. Then I sanded down the edges. I just grabbed sandpaper that I had. You can use a higher number of grit to really sand it down and then a lower number of grit to get it really soft. Then it's time to stain your wood. I grabbed a dollar store tablecloth to kind of protect my countertop, and then I can throw it right away. My first layer of stain, I'm using weathered oak. I really like to layer my stains just to get the color that I want. You're gonna stir it up really nicely, and then I always use a sponge brush so I can throw it away. Put on a layer, let it soak in for a minute or two, and then wipe it off. I forgot to put on my gloves, so I grabbed them here, but I always love to use gloves, garden gloves, whatever you want, because I don't want my hands all dirty. If you're not sure of what stain you want to use, I would suggest getting the same type of wood that you're using for your shelf, some scrap pieces, and just apply different colors of stains. It'll really help you solidify which one is your favorite. Depending on the color and how deep you want the stain, you can wipe it off after 5 to 10 minutes or wait 30 minutes. Then I wanted it a little bit darker. I'm using Jacobean stain. Some people call it Jacobean. To each his own, but I really love this deep, deep shade. So I applied a layer over the original stain kind of to get the depth that I liked it. Now it's time to find the center of where I want to apply the hose clamp, where the milk bottle will sit from. If you're not sure what size you need, take a picture of this hose clamp, take it into your local hardware store, and they can kind of help you see the different sizes. I think mine is a 3 or 4 inch that you can adjust to make smaller. I am also using a smaller milk bottle that I found at the dollar store. You could use a mason jar, really anything, as long as a lip at the top to hang from the clamp. It took me a little bit to figure out how to get my screw right through the clamp the way I needed it. I ended up getting a hammer and a nail and making a little hole, and that's what ended up working for me to get the screw through the clamp to attach it to the wood. It will go a lot faster the next time now that I've figured that little hack out. Getting through metal sometimes can be tricky. Then you attach your milk bottle. You're just gonna cinch the clamp right around the top of it and then figure out what flowers you want. You're gonna need a way to hang it. There's so many different ways to do this. I just didn't want to spend any money, so I used what I had around the house. I had these little screw-in eye hooks, and then I grabbed some heavy-duty string and wrapped it around quite a few times so it was extra sturdy. I have done this for a few different frames that I've made, and it works really well, but you really need to have heavy-duty string. Here's another view of it. You can see that I wrapped it around a few times and then just tied one consecutive knot. I'm putting this little shelf in my laundry room, and I was not screwing it in to a stud, so I did grab an anchor, applied that first, then added the screw, and it was super easy, and then just hooked the string on the back right onto it. This was the first one that I did, and I love the way it turned out, and now that I've figured out the way, I'm gonna make more.